Hi everybody, this is Stephanie Zonars with Life Beyond Sport. I'm here with another book review, this time on Andy Stanley's Next Generation Leader. And in this book, Andy talks about how, as leaders, we are positioned to influence the next generation and to shape the next generation. But we need to really focus in on our leadership skills. And he breaks them down into 5 basic areas. All of them start with C, the letter C, so that we can easily remember those. And the first one is competency. And he talks about how necessary it is for us to really hone in and figure out what our core competencies are as leaders, and to spend the majority of our time in those areas where we're strong, and being able to learn to delegate some of the rest of those things that take up a lot of time and energy for us and really we're not very good at. And so the necessity for discovering our core competencies is a key for a next generation leader. The second thing he talks about is courage. And the reality is we're all afraid of something, right, along the way. And if we wait for that fear to be gone, we will never take action. But Andy talks about how courage is certainly not the absence of fear, but it's just moving boldly ahead in spite of the fear, in spite of the uncertainty and the risk. You know, the only thing that we know about for sure is what has happened in the past. And so having courage as a leader gives your followers confidence, because as they see you moving ahead in uncertainty, even though there's uncertainty, they will do the same thing, and they will develop that confidence to follow you. The third thing he talks about is clarity. And I really liked this chapter. Clarity, he talks about how a great leader fears a lack of clarity more than a lack of accuracy. And when we can communicate with clarity our vision, our expectations, our goals as a leader, that will help other people to have the confidence to follow us. And the reality is that even when we're wrong, they're still going to follow us because there's been clarity. But if we don't have clarity and we make a poor choice, they're going to lose that confidence in following us. And so being clear is much more important than being right. And we don't have all the answers as leaders. A lot of times when we're making decisions, we're taking the best educated guess that we possibly can. And so focusing in on that need to be clear as a leader is really important. The next C that he talks about is being coachable. And as a professional coach, as a personal coach, I obviously highly value this one. And coachability is, he talks about how we can go farther faster when we have outside input from people. And so to elicit the help of others to observe us in our leadership and to give us honest feedback and specific feedback can be a huge boost to our leadership in terms of helping us move ahead farther faster. And the last C that he talks about is character. And Andy defines character as the will to do what's right, even when it's hard. He says that our character can be tested the most when we are on the mountaintop of success. And, you know, that's when we feel this pressure to be able to uphold that success. And sometimes our character will waver in those moments in terms of making poor decisions or fudging here or there, because we're very tempted to do that to keep that standard of success going. Andy says there's a remedy for that, and first it's deciding ahead of time who it is that we want to become as leaders and beginning with the end in mind in that regard. And secondly, it's making those desires public, communicating with someone else who you're wanting to become and who you want to be in terms of your character, and allowing them to hold you accountable. And so those are just a few of the nuggets that I gained from Next Generation Leader by Andy Stanley. I hope you'll pick it up. It's a great read, very short read, but very powerful.